Hello again, I'm Jay Hicks with Gerald Properties, and we're on site at Goolrick, standing in front of the historic storefront of this well-established pharmacy and soda fountain. And we're going to take a little bit closer look at some of the work that's being done. As we talked about last time, there's some ceramic tile in the front of the building that's been removed, and it's going to be replaced with some of the mosaic tiles that we're going to be doing on the interior of the building, and we're going to draw that out to the outside to hopefully draw some people in, again, for those sandwiches and milkshakes. We've talked about the aluminum framing around the big frame windows. Looks like we're going to be able to keep that, and so we're going to be putting a little sheen on that to make that look new and nice again. There's a column up front that needs to be replaced. It's taken some wear and tear over the years. It's in a precarious place and it's got some dings and bangs in it, so we're going to put a new column in there. And then there's some other things that are highlights of the landmark that we know as Goolrick's, and it's the ledges, the wood trim, this fabulous big picture window upstairs, and then we also have the cornice that's a feature of the top of the building. Each one of these have intricate woodwork in them and look really nice and is a big part of the facade. But what we're doing is taking another extra step to preserve those for many years to come, and we've replaced all the copper sheathing on top of each one of these ledges, which looks really sharp right now. We were able to work with Ullman's Jewelry, and this front ledge we were able to incorporate the copper sheathing into their project as well, and hopefully bring some uniformity to that appearance in the front of the building. So we're going to give some really good attention to all those wood trim, but of course the main feature of this landmark is that neon sign. Neon sign that we know was first installed somewhere in the 20s and 30s, and then it was replaced somewhere in the 40s to the current version that we're aware of. So we've got Jeff Gandy up here taking a closer look at that, putting some fresh paint on it, sharpening it up, brightening it up, and getting it ready to flick those neon lights on and be bright for downtown Fredericksburg again. And so in a little bit, we're going to climb up and go talk to Jeff and see what he's doing up there. So come on, let's go see him. All right, now we're up on the second floor of Goolrick's, where the hat shop and the hosiery store were at one point, taking advantage of being able to look out these great windows in the front of the building so we could take a little closer look at the neon sign and the work that Jeff Gandy with Fredericksburg Painting Services is doing for us to bring it back to life. Good morning, Jeff. Good to see you. Thank you for being here and working on Goolrick's with us.
My pleasure.
Can you tell us a little bit about the condition of the sign that we find it in and what you're going to be doing to refurbish it?
It was quite old and quite deteriorated. The old coatings had pretty much deteriorated almost to nothing, so it required a fair bit of sleuthing on our part and very close inspection to see where the old lines were. We had to guess to some degree at the colors. We know it's a red and a green, so we went over a number of different colors of each one to try to get what we think is the most accurate as to what it would have been originally.
Now, is that because of the time period difference that we're talking about? Is some of the hardship of matching it up?
That's right.
Okay. So now that we're kind of matching those paints up, what are we going to do to apply it? Is there anything special?
We've already cleaned it. We've sanded it lightly to remove anything that was loose, and then we did a thorough cleaning last week. And then today we are just starting to apply the paint. So we work from the inside out, and we look at each color as its own project in a sense, so that we preserve the delineation of the old lettering that's there. So we don't have to do any guesswork. So in the sense, right now what I'm doing is I'm starting on the vertical, it says drugs, and we're starting on that inner red, and then we're gonna get that. We're gonna have to do 2 coats of that red, and then that'll have a white band around the outside, about a 1/2 inch. And then the very last, we'll also be doing the blue Goolrick's up top. That actually has 3 different colors in it. But doing the same thing, we'll get all the lettering done, and then the last thing we do is the green.
Okay, so this is going to be a piece of art when you're done with it. You guys are really...
That's what we hope. We're looking at it that way, that, yeah, we want it to be spectacular.
And it takes a special hand. I noticed this morning you're painting that red in between the neon tubes, and
Yeah.
man, we got to be steady in there. So
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been in business for 21 years. I've been painting for probably 30. And then I started artistically painting about 15 years ago.
All right. Well, we feel very lucky to have you here working at
Yeah.
Goolrick's today,
do too.
bringing your craftsmanship to our
Yeah.
project here, and we look forward to seeing the finished deal.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, another great visit here on site at Goolrick's as we keep putting the work in to bring this landmark back to life. We spend a lot of time up close with the details, but sometimes you got to step away to really appreciate the picture, and today that's what we're doing, standing out in front of this landmark and really soaking in all the unique features that make it everything that it is to Fredericksburg. We're really lucky to have these craftsmen being willing to work with us and put in the time and the energy and their expertise to bring this gym back to life. And so we continue to look forward to working on this project and bringing Goolrick's back to life for all of us here in Fredericksburg. So we'll see you next time here on Reviving Goolrick's.
Please follow us on all our socials to stay up to date with the latest happenings.